Yeah, peace, guys. So I wanted to share this content with you. This was shared by Dom, aka the Dom Illuminati. So this goes on. This was posted on his Instagram, which says this was the creation of Dear Mama. Now it says, on his post it says, "I remember it was the last day of the Nitro tour in 1989 to 1990. Pop kept nagging me about a song that came to him in a dream. It was very dear to his heart. We both had rough childhoods growing up in NYC with single mothers. He wanted to write a diss song about his mom, and all day long he kept bringing up the subject. I also had mixed feelings about my mom and choices that were made. Originally, the Dear Mama song was a diss song against his mom AFENI. Pop used the annihilation formula I designed, which was later used to hit him up. Pac was very angry about AFENI throwing him out at 17 in California, and Pac hadn't spoke to AFENI in almost 3 years since. I was also estranged from my mom and had not spoken for a few years, so I could relate. I reminded Pac, had she not put him out, he wouldn't have linked up with Digital Underground, got to be on tour, and now on an adventure of a lifetime. I was barely able to listen to Pac's first verse about his mom. The things he said made me want to slap the taste out his mouth. I finally interrupted him, being so disgusted by what he was saying. Pac tried to continue to the second verse, but I refused to listen and let him go on. I couldn't understand why he thought I wouldn't co-sign such a song, but he insisted this was the one, and it came to him in a dream. After all these months of GOAT sessions, this was the best he could do, and I thought to myself, was this the best he could do? I thought to myself. I was flabbergasted by his insistence to continue reciting in my ears, and I tried to walk away. Pac followed me around reading his verse. He insisted this was going to be a hit, which only fueled my rage. That's all I could stand. I can't stand no more. I saw red and snapped. Since day one of knowing Pac, I tried to have Pac rekindle his relationship with AFENI. Pac was, in my view, a real Mars boy who always quoted what AFENI had taught him and always knowing stuff without actually having experienced it. Many prior arguments, Pac would stand on the principles and beliefs his mama drilled into his conscience. I sought to correct all these ideologies that weren't relevant in the 90s, nor to a modern black man in America. So, this is from Dom. I'm going to do an actual story where he explains some of this stuff about this alleged Tupac theory and stuff. So rest in peace Pac and AFENI, man. I don't know if there's any truth to this. And then he shares this, which is Tupac's as a letter to moms. I remember the last day on the Budweiser Superfest tour, Pac kept nagging me about a song that came to him in a dream. Okay, so this is the same thing that he put. Now, I think this is from Dom's book himself. Bear with me, guys. So we're going to give you some information on this, but I went on to remind him a woman's responsibility was over when he reached a certain age, which was the day you decided to no longer listen to her rules and take control over your own life. The day you decided not to follow her house rules and build your own. I wasn't going to agree to a diss song about mom, so I told him about my very horrid childhood, mental, physical, sexual, psychological abuse. As we compared notes, I could tell he was giving in. I asked if he ever went hungry. He said no. I couldn't say that. Starvation was often my punishment. I asked if he ever had to go to hospitals. He said no. I spent so much time in Kings County Hospital, they threatened to call child services, so instead, I would just be left on my stoop to bleed. I showed Pac the numerous stitches in my head when my mother attempted to murder me, kicked me downstairs, set on fire, tied to a radiator, combined with daily verbalized abuse, the burn marks from hot irons and weld marks from wire or plastic belts would still show on my legs. I asked, did his mother ever negligence him? Again, he said no, so I couldn't imagine why he would want to talk about his mom's crack habit and sexual encounters. Pac felt betrayed by his mom's drug use, constant moving around, and its effect on their relationship. I saw no reason to make such a song that would be insulting to anyone's moms. Pac was sure this was a good idea, so I insisted he show the good times equally and big his mom up. After all, she took care of him and remained a black queen through her distress. I had to show him how to flip his idea tastefully with respect to show appreciation for attempting to raising a crazy son. I was like, I've only known you for 3 months. You're crazy. I can't imagine how she dealt with you for all those years. Your mom never deserted you. So for that, you appreciate her being a king. We discussed details of the better part of that day, song structure, crack effects on his childhood. The mention of crack was the only line I allowed Pac to keep from the original verses, which he insisted on keeping. I suggested he tell the story just as he recited to me, starting when he was 17 and got kicked out of the house. The second verse, which he made me listen, wasn't any better, but I enjoyed in hopes of hearing something that I could keep or build with. I didn't. More about his mom's sexual history with the Panthers in relationship to his birth and name, blah blah. Things in that verse I would never repeat and brushed off as ranting of a... Has he got any for it doesn't quite pick up from that. So anyway, guys, quite an interesting story. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And like I said, we're gonna do some more on Dom, aka Dom Illuminati. So peace.